Boom, boom. How's it going? How's it going? It is I, your boy TJ, and welcome, welcome. It's been a while since I've gone live like this, and a lot of it has been more around the fact that I've been not feeling well and things like that. But I'm back now on my feet. I'm feeling great, and praise the Lord on that. And we've got a conference that's coming up. Yeah, so 2021 Step Up conference. And some of you have never been to this conference before, and you actually don't know what happens at a conference like this. So the tickets are actually available. They started out being available to the public. I think it was on Saturday evening, and some people have already gotten through to their tickets, and I'm hoping that those that are going to come through, they're going to enjoy that. The conference is really designed. What is the conference designed for? You could be thinking that this conference is not for me, but you need to be attending this conference. It's just really designed for people. Number one, for people that are in the workplace and who are trying to find an alternative income. It's not about property alone. There's many things that we're going to be talking about. I have invited some of the great minds of people that I have seen personally starting businesses from nothing and growing it into something that has at average 20, 40 employees, and those guys are doing great in their own businesses. And that's something that I want to speak to you guys about this morning, creating agency into doing something. But what do these guys do? So I've invited guys who are doing property, yes, because I utilize property as a vehicle myself. So obviously I gravitate to that. So there's quite a lot of guys who are going to be talking about property. But it's not about property. So for instance, I'm going to give you an example. There's a lady that you're going to see. Her name is Karen Fraser. And Karen, what she is that she used to be an employee, just like maybe, the people that I spoke to say that if you're an employee and you're looking for alternative income, Karen is your girl, right? Like Karen is your girl. You need to come through into the conference and you listen to Karen. So that's number one. And she is one of the guests that I've invited. And she's on fire. She started off in South Africa here, working in different companies, and in these different companies, all she used to do was being a property manager. But out of that, she started actually creating a business on her own. So she's got a business, and on top of that business, she lives on her property, but she pays nothing. She pays nothing, and she does all of this with a systemized Airbnb, right? So already some of you, I know that you're employed, you've got a house, and some of you already have 2 houses and you're not making good money on it. Karen is your girl. You want to come through to the conference and you want to listen to her. She's not the only guest that I've got. It's a jam-packed. We probably have around about close to 20 guest speakers. And I literally don't know how we're going to figure it out and how they're going to speak. But we're very close to 20 guests, and some of them will speak for an hour and things like that. When is the conference happening? It's starting on the 19th of April and at 7 o'clock. So we will be live every day at 7 p.m. We will be live and each guest speaker will come in. And wherever you are, if you are not getting involved in here and you're looking for alternative income, walala wasala, that's it. And if you're one of those other people who own a business, I've got people that are coming in who have scaled business from zero. I'll give you an example. Rita started a business in about a year and a half ago, so it's coming into 2 years. And that was a student accommodation business. So this has got nothing to do with students, but it's got something to do with the business. And because of processes that were put in that business, be able to catch inquiries when they come in, and to catch leads, right? In the business world, we call that leads. So to be able to catch leads when they come in, and how quickly do you close those leads? And how do you nurture the customer at a base, right? At a base level so that you retain that customer. So if you're a business owner and you're struggling in those areas, you want to come in and listen to the principles that Rita has utilized in a business where she's literally grown. Within the last 2 years, she's managed just below 700 kids. So that's 700 clients paying you every month. And you want to come through and understand who it is. But here's the thing, a lot of you will probably not comprehend this, and you're like, TJ won't come here. You won't come. So this conference is not, it's not for everyone. It's not. So, if you're not willing to step up your game wherever you are, don't come. Like, don't even tune in when you hear about us. Don't come, because you're wasting your time. Don't come if you don't wanting to step up. This conference is geared up to get you to step up to the next level. That's what it's geared for. And if you're thinking that you can't step up, well, you can step up. And I want to say to you guys that, until you understand your level of relationship, right, with time, you can't operate in the true agency of what needs to be done, right? I'm going to leave you with that statement there, right? And the statement goes like, until you understand your relationship with time, you can't operate with the true agency. What do I mean by that? I'm going to give you an example. Back in the days when I was employed, kind of like a friend of mine asked me the question, TJ, why are you buying so many properties? Like, if you're doing this for your retirement, like 2 or 3 is good, but now you're on 8, you're on 9. What the hell? And what he didn't know was the agency that I was chasing. And what was that agency? So I used to work for a bank, and I'd worked in a bank. I've worked in a bank for the majority of my life. Cheers. I've worked for a bank for the majority of my life. And I understood that, especially if you're working in Africa, you're pushing a lot of products into Africa. And once they have those products, they don't need you anymore. They think that they can run their own businesses like that. And because remember, I'm working from South Africa, so the rand is stronger than all the other markets. So all the other markets are carrying the expense of a head office. So if there is more expenses at the head office, what's going to happen? It's just like what we've got in today's world. We're collecting very little taxes, and we're carrying a bigger workforce in parliament and all of these in the government spaces. What's going to happen at some point? Well, I don't know whether it's called retrenchment, but in the corporate space, at some point you need to trim off so that the expenses are less. So I knew that principle, and I knew at some point retrenchment was coming. I knew it. I just didn't know when. And then boom, I literally resigned on a Thursday, and retrenchment kicked in the Monday. So my timing was right, but I didn't leave. I wasn't shown the door, but I was able actually to resign long before the retrenchment. And then a lot of you are like, TJ, you missed out on the benefits of being retrenched. All of my HR guys, yes, I did. Yes, I did. But it didn't matter, because I'd actually secured my income in my business, right? So that didn't matter. But again, it still lost money if you look at it from that way, from an HR perspective, and the tax benefits that I could have got, it's still money. But that wasn't the goal. I fast forward this to maybe about 3 years ago. One of my coaches, right? One of my early coaches that I met, he says to me, TJ, why are you chasing growing a team, a big team of people? Like, why are you doing that? What's the drive? And I realized that this guy, he comes from money. I don't have a backup of family that has money. I am only me. And with me starting off, I now need to create money for my kids. I now need to create money for their kids, because that's what true riches and wealth is all about. Your wealth needs to supersede your grandchildren, right? Your wealth needs to supersede your grandchildren. So it needs to live longer than that, right? So I don't have that. I'm coming from minors. Like I didn't even have like a dad who was leaving me a house or a bicycle because dad was never there. So my agency in executing, my agency in building up a team, my agency in building a business, my agency in buying properties, my agency is far much greater because I am coming from ground zero. So the question that I want to ask of you, you probably are on ground zero right now. You're working and you're looking for alternative income. You actually don't know where to start. You need to come to the conference. Or you got a small business and that small business is kind of like working, but not working. It's kind of like working. You need to come to the conference. It's about stepping up. Or you probably have a business and it's thriving, but you haven't hedged. So what is hedging? What's the plan B out of your business, right? So where do you put your monies? And for me, I like to put money in real estate because it's real assets, right? I like to put my money in real estate because it's real assets. They don't disappear. They don't go away. They are there. They are physically there. So we can touch, we can feel it, we can hug it. And you can still make a business on top of the real asset. So it's kind of like hedging as well. Now, the question I want to ask of you guys is that I'm not really here to encourage you to come in and join us at the M5 StepUP conference, but it's really designed for guys who are wanting to step up whatever that you are. So I've got guys that are going, so today I spoke about Karen, and in the next couple of days, I'm going to speak up to different people who are coming in. And if you can live for free on your house, or if you can start a business that allows you to live the lifestyle that you want for free. And I'm saying that you need to come to that conference. And then you say to me, TJ, 97 Rand, it's a lot of money. I don't want you in my circle. Stop listening to me because we're not on the same level. 97 Rand is nothing. I am giving you a plan. I have identified the person that can come in and give you a plan. And you can't pay 97 Rand to change the game in your life, I think there's a problem there. I'm not the problem. You potentially are the problem. So what am I saying here? You can get what is called a day pass. So click on the link. In the link there, you should be able to see where you can get your tickets. So it is ticketed, right? So we are not just going to be like, yeah. So you can buy your tickets and you get to buy a ticket for a day, which is 97 Rand, or you can buy tickets for the entire conference, which is going to be 697. And you get only not to watch people speak, but people that are going to be buying tickets, they are going to engage with the speakers as well, ask questions. So they might have said something and you want to ask questions. You get to be in the backstage and asking those questions. How are we going to do this? This is all going to be virtual. So 7 o'clock in the comfort of your house, we will come in every day on the dot for the whole week. And we will be speaking to all of these guest speakers. And you want to be there. Why am I saying that you want to be there? Because you got to step up. Had I not stepped up, when I was in bad debt, when I had that 5 million debt, I don't think this conversation will be happening. So I am here. I want to encourage you to step up so that you can tell your story as well. You might not tell the story to a lot of people like I do, but you can tell your story to your people, to your generation, to people that love you, and they can respect you for the rest of your life. And if you think that there is someone who is interested in this, take them onto this video, share this video, and let's reach enough people so that they can come through to the M5 StepUP conference, because it's all about stepping up. And we've got no one else to blame besides ourselves if we're not stepping up. So it is step up. I will see you at the conference 2021, StepUP conference, 19 April. All right.